Hi folks, Bob Dale for Total Sales Solutions in Jackson, Mississippi, where we sell motorhomes. As all of you will watch our sales know, we also sell lots and lots of diesel trucks. Today folks, we're going to sell one that's a really nice kind of truck, a good truck, the kind of truck that we have a lot of calls for because you don't have to spend a small fortune. We're going to try to move this video along because we're right in front of this front that's coming through, and it's trying to monsoon, and we need to list this truck. But look folks, we're going to show it to you. It's a great truck. It's a 2003 Ford F250 turbo diesel, 2003 F250 turbo diesel, four-wheel drive, Lariat. Only got 150,000 miles on it. The injectors have all been done. The EGR delete has been done. It's all been taken care of. Everything works. It's a bulletproof truck sitting on a really nice, expensive set of tires. We're going to show it to you. Brand new windshield. Runs and drives just the way it ought to. So if you're looking for a using truck, a nice looking truck for a daily driver to go to hunting camp, work, whatever you need to do, this truck will do all that. Come on, we're going to show it to you here. Apologize once again for the weather, but it will look just as good when you see it. The windshield's perfect, no paint work. There's a little scratch here. You can see a little scratch there. I'm just pointing this stuff out. It may not show up. The leather's nice. Windows, door locks, tilt and cruise, stereo. Headliner's perfect. You can see it in there. It's only got...
It just turned 150.
Just turned 150,000 miles. Hear how smooth that engine is? I mean, it runs as nice as it can be. A Lariat.
Power seats on both sides.
Carpets are good. Power on both sides. It's been raining, so the carpets have a little specks on it. Look back here. And this is an 03 truck, folks.
I just got this done so it won't beep at me, but no issues with the seat belts. See, the carpet's good underneath. Leather's in good shape. And our cleanup man's quit, so this is just how we got it. All I did was rinse it off. I hadn't cleaned the inside or the out.
Spares underneath it. Look here, no rust, none of that. This Southern truck, none of those issues that you have up north.
Tailgate's got a couple of things.
That ain't no big deal.
Opens and closes.
Just like it should. Works perfectly. Look down the side, not picked up. It's an FX4 four-wheel drive.
It's got the camper package with the extra leaf spring.
Let's look in here and show this carpet. Can you lift? Let me lift it up here.
I'll lift the other side.
Carpet's perfect. We'll get in here, power on both sides, see that work. I always show you up in these door jams, folks. You see that there's no dirt and mud and all that. It's not been a farm truck. None of that. Not been drugged through the bushes and mud.
These come out for towing, go back in, fold in and out. Got some Fierce Attitude tires, which pretty much sums you up.
Fierce Attitude. That's what you give me, is a fierce attitude. When you're 102 years old, folks, and your son thinks he knows more than you do, life has come to a very severe crossroad. But I may address it when we finish this video. Anyway, this is a great video. How you gonna sell this? Low reserve?
No reserve, just bid.
No reserve. When it's over, you're gonna own it, folks. That's the way we try to sell them. We don't allow shield bidding. My name's Bob Dale. My phone number is 601-218-1223. 601-218-1223. Call me anytime, evenings, early mornings, weekends. Not on the phone. I'll answer my phone.
Keep dialing.
If I don't, it's because I'm on the phone. I'll call you back. But anyway, like I say, we're about to have a hurricane here. This is a good truck, folks. It's a nice truck. It's a truck you don't have to mortgage your future to buy. A great, grand using truck. A 2003 Ford F250 turbo diesel. FX4 four-wheel drive. Got the Lariat package. Just turned 150,000 miles. Only got 150,000 miles on it. EGR delete's been done. The injectors have been worked. It's ready to go. Wouldn't hesitate to get in it and go anywhere. Sitting on a nice set of matched tires and spares underneath the bed liner. it's a good truck, and it's certainly going to be a bargain. So if you're looking for a using truck and a truck to enjoy that, like I say, you don't have to mortgage your house to buy, look at this closely, give me a call. Thank you so much for watching our video. We appreciate it, and we look forward to seeing you here in Jackson, Mississippi.
One other thing I forgot to mention, we do have, I've got a new pair of LED mirror lenses ordered for this truck. They're not in yet, but I'm about to cut to a little image of them so you can see what they're going to look like. They're pretty cool. Okay folks, you can see here, these are those side marker lights I've got ordered. They've got this cool look to them, and of course the LEDs inside do light up yellow, so they'll be on the truck before you get it delivered to you. Hey folks, Dan Dale here. You've been listening to my dad talk about this truck. Now I'm going to take you on a test drive, but before I do, I just want to point out a couple things. We don't clean under hoods. This is just how this truck come in, so you know, you can see how clean and well maintained it is, because we don't touch under the hood. It's got a good pair of Napa Legend batteries, rebuilt alternator. Main thing I want to show you, absolutely no blow-by. Now a little bit of smoke is no big deal as long as it's not puffing, but this one doesn't even have that. More importantly, you can set the cap down and it doesn't blow off. If it blows off, it means you got blow-by, you got a wore-out motor, and you got problems, but not the case here. We're gonna hop in, run it down the road real quick. You can see, of course, absolutely no lights are on it. Now, one thing, like Dad said, we did do is we deleted the EGR cooler. It's got an EGR delete on it. Now, what that does is that fixes the primary reason you hear everybody cry about, oh, it's a 6.0, it ain't no good, you can't trust them. Well, that's because of problems with the EGR cooler. But on this one, that's been resolved through the use of a EGR delete, so you will never have to worry about that ever again. But the only drawback is every now and then you may see an engine light. Now it hasn't come on for me, so it may not do it on this truck. It's mainly the newer trucks that will throw an engine light, but it could happen. So I'm just, you know, letting you know up front, if you see an engine light come on once in a while, don't freak out, because that's just the computer expecting the EGR to work and it's gone. So it doesn't hurt anything. Being gone, it doesn't really affect emissions or anything like that. Now you'll have to excuse my shaky camera work, because I'm driving down the roughest road in the city of Jackson, and I'm filming with one hand and driving with the other. But the upshot of that is, you can tell that this truck has no squeaks or rattles. And just, you'll have to take my word for it, this truck has a great ride and drive. No problems with that whatsoever. Shifts right out. Radio works. It's got the 6-disc CD changer, and I don't have any CDs to test it with, but you know, there's not much that can go wrong with it. Now it's got some fairly aggressive mud grip tires, which you'll probably hear the sound of the tires once we get up a little faster, but that's just part of having some aggressive tires. Now this truck has also had the injectors have been gone through, so that's one other less thing you'll have to worry about. This truck doesn't have any cold start issues. It cranks right up hot or cold, and you know, whether you buy a truck from us or whomever, on a Ford you want to hear it crank cold, because if it's got injector problems, that's when it's going to happen, is when it's cold. The only thing we've had to do to it, we did the injector job, deleted the EGR while we were in there, and we're going to put a new carrier bearing in the rear drive shaft. You may can hit, if you notice a little, you may not notice the vibration in the video, but we're going to replace that carrier bearing. Not a big deal, but you may, if you hear a little something, that's that's what that is. But we want to go ahead and get the video started and get it listed on eBay. So anyway, 4-wheel drive works. You can see the cruise light come on. The cruise works. I'll cut it off. We'll slow down. You can see the power mirror. There's the left one working, right one goes up and down. All 4 door locks go up and down. The actuators are good on them. The air conditioning works great. It's got the trailer brake controller already built into it. Now this steering wheel, as you can see, I'm going to say it's probably been dyed at some point, but the material itself is in great shape. I mean, it's not ripped or torn. This steering wheel is super nice. Once again, while we're driving, still no warning lights, no engine lights on. Has the automatic headlights and fog lights. Pretty much a loaded up truck. Those are heated mirrors on the outside, and they extend. If you're towing something, you know, they're extendable. So has the overhead console, got your sunglasses holder. Now this little display for the miles per gallon and stuff, distance to empty, does not work, and 90 out of 100 of these trucks it doesn't work. But if you search on eBay, there's guys that will repair it for like $18, but you got to send it to them. So and there's just a couple screws hold that in. You can pop it out yourself and do it. Only other thing we're going to do now that I'm driving it in this rain shower and just noticed it is put new wiper blades on it. So we're going to do that before you pick it up as well, because if you want to buy this truck, if you want to fly in and drive it home, you can. We wouldn't hesitate to get in it and drive it anywhere. The truck cranks right up, hot or cold, doesn't miss, doesn't do anything weird. You can see our friendly and efficient state crews are doing their usual spectacular job on the roadway, which by that I mean shovel a bunch of asphalt in it and let us, the drivers, worry about smoothing it out. Anyway, we'll get it out on the interstate a little bit. Like I said, if you want to fly in, drive it home, we'll pick you up at the airport, no extra charge. It's still good on the oil change for another couple thousand miles. And you know, speaking of that, the one thing you got to do with these 6.0s is you've got to take care of the engine by servicing it. You've got to service it every 5,000 miles. You've got to change the fuel filter every other oil change, so every 10,000 miles, and you got to use 4 parts. If you don't use 4 parts, you're wasting your time. That's the problem that people run into, is they treated these 6.0s like a 7.3 and just kept the oil topped off and, you know, changed the oil and fuel filters about every 50,000 miles, and then when they have problems, they started crying. But, you know, if you take care of them, they'll take care of you. And a Ford dealer will change your oil for $100, and you just about can't buy the Ford oil filters and the oil for $100. So I mean, it's worth it. Just carry it to the Ford dealer. Now the fuel filter, you know, do that yourself. It ain't hard. The Ford dealer charges you way too much to install a fuel filter, but anyway, if you do that, these trucks, now that, especially now that this one's had the EGR delete, they'll last forever. I mean, we get them with 500,000–600,000 miles and no blow by, just because that's how nice they are. But anyway, if you have any questions about this truck, you want to make us an offer, want to talk price, anything, call my dad, 601-218-1223. If you have any questions about the truck itself, you know, what we've done to it, what any kind of mechanical things and all that, you're welcome to call me. My number is 601-376-9869. You can call me or text me. Just don't say, hey, what about the truck? Because I'm going to say, well, which truck? And then you're going to say, well, the F250. And I'm going to say, which F250? Then you're going to say the silver one. And I'm going to say, well, which silver one? Because we sell a lot of F250s. So if you want to shoot me a text or something, you can. Just say, hey, what's the deal with this or that on the silver 03 F250? And that way I'll know what you're talking about. Not sorry about that little mini rant, but I get texts all the time. People just ask, hey, what's anything wrong with that F250? And I'll say, well, which one? But anyway, that being said, if you want to ship it, I recommend U-Ship. They're an eBay company. You can post your item, and they'll do bids. Shippers can bid on the job, and and eBay owns them, so they're reputable. Just make sure whoever you pick, you get a copy of their license and their insurance. But if you do that, then you'll be fine with U-Ship. Or really, just fly in and drive this thing home. It's ready to go. Like I said, we'll pick you up, make it real easy. And once again, if you have any questions, give us a call. Otherwise, we look forward to seeing you here in Jackson, Mississippi. Thank you very much.